Recording has begun for episode 27.
Woo-woo.
Oh no.
We have 18 more sessions before we eclipse Airborne for our longest campaign.
Did we decide who's doing the recap?
No.
I know that you asked that. Okay.
I did ask.
You did. Sorry, I saw that and then promptly got it across the get-go and got really excited.
Yeah, we did do
And then I
that.
couldn't get the power washer to work.
What you doing?
Oh, also, Madeline wants to engage to either fix the power washer or that we could borrow their power washer.
I'm good with either.
Yeah. She's like, one of those is going to be more effective than the other.
He can do both if he wants a project to work on.
I don't think... he's playing virtual golf.
That's right.
I got a picture of it yesterday. I mean, like, I can do the recap because,
Go for it.
yep. Well, when everybody's ready.
Test roll. 13, it's not bad. It's not really a test roll until we try. 13 again. Okay, it's just a 13 kind of bad.
Sorry, I'm transferring amendments over, please. Pretty sure not to transfer this up over the cancel. You guys, I forgot to make notes for us. So,
I have thought of ways.
So you guys must start within the month, correct?
Correct.
Must be done in a year. If not, and your dice.
Rocks fall, Hamlin dies.
The things I do for you, Charles.
Might I have the remote for the lovely...
Yes.
God, have you been given lights yet?
No.
Okay, you need 4?
Yes, please. I'm glad someone thinks about me.
Well, Alex is the one that grabbed them this time.
You know I'm just getting crap.
Dim for...
Hand me a couple more, please. Thank you.
Glasses.
Uh,
Ooh, purple. I'll stick with that.
In a shocking turn of
Thought
events,
I'd set you off in a good mood.
we're gonna need all the help we can get.
Change it from a 1 to a 2.
There they are. You know, I forget that I bring these with me for you guys. You're probably gonna want them today.
Is it the breath stuff?
Hmm?
Is it the breath stuff?
No.
Okay.
No one needs it anymore, so.
I don't know what else to bring, so therefore I don't. Oh, yeah.
Am I sitting on something?
Nope.
Good. I think that's still probably my favorite of my white elephant exchange gifts.
I love these. These are definitely my favorite. They make other ones, and I've considered going back and getting them.
Yep.
I've seen some on Etsy that are actually the shape of potions.
Yep.
I like those ones a lot.
I figured those are probably going to be more widely applicable. Desi, can you pick up the normal healing potion? Oh, hey.
Purple today, please.
Are you just 13 for the other rolls? Absolutely.
I'm just gonna
What? Congratulations
I've won.
and felicitations. Now it's my roll. 8. This is how Amblin dies and therefore avoids being Desi. Thinking ahead of the game.
So who's doing recap?
I am.
Figured it should probably be either me or Orion.
Uh-huh.
I have 1 friendly and 6 enemies. Lovely.
You good?
Amazes me how long the batteries in these things last. I think I've charged it twice for the length that I've had it.
I always forget that I have one.
Yours,
That's the problem with being a dice
yours go like this, or they color?
No, they go like that. I think we both have the same set.
It's easier to remind everybody.
I love everything about that.
Bargain bin.
Thank you.
This is where you found it?
I told you I love this place.
It's easier for you guys to remember.
Who are you today?
Oh, it's like, oh, where's Zach? Who are you, mysterious person?
I'm pretty sure Mel was the one that found that. I'm like, he should wear it when he's holding it.
That is pretty perfect.
Where's my other?
Do you care if I send her a picture? No, that's the best one.
Picture.
Alright, whenever you guys are ready.
So the last time that we all met exploring the Forgotten Kingdom of Atlantia, we had a time. We had a time. We made a plan, and it's sure as fuck not foolproof. But it has promise in the sheer amount of chaos that it's going to sow, but it does have promise, and we're all going to begin as Orion likes to say, as farts. So that's going to be nice. I told Kai that our parents were alive and had a really awkward conversation when I learned out that he had a wife and that she's no longer with us. Because I was like, hey, so are you going to try and restart the bloodline or mine? That was fun. A little awkward. Artemis left a flower on my pillow. Don't know what to do about that either. Nessie got grumpy. Nessie got real grumpy. Went with Artemis and started dipping flowers, apparently, in gold. It's a nice new pastime. And in all of the teeny-whiny bullshit that has apparently been happening, the things that Tiny is cued in on but does not have the word count to tell me about, Olivia made a promise to Nessie to build her a statue in a place that people would worship her. And from Nessie's perspective, he went back on that. And Nessie doesn't really like it when bargains go backwards. So Nessie tried to kill us, and we had no chance in hell, except Olagu, myself, and Zordon did some fast talking. And probably more importantly, Olagu opened a bag of holding and dropped some significant change, and I promised Nessie some significant change. Some less significant, but still significant. And Zordon threw some coppers in the ocean. In comparison, it was coppers. It was a nice gesture. Nessie didn't even notice that it was there. But now I may have inadvertently made a bargain with Nessie, which my own tiny cracker is not going to appreciate, but say la vie, it's what you gotta do. And Olagu has to make a gargantuan statue of her in gold for people to worship. Progress on that has to start within the year. Or no, I'm sorry, within the month, and it needs to be complete within the year. So maybe dying's not a bad thing, because then we don't have to deal with this. Just, you know. Especially since Zordon's here now. And Kai, like, they can replace the Godstones. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm loose change now. Just feels very refreshing in light of that. But yeah, that's what happened last.
Sums it up. Would be so. such a bad thing if we die.
This is the first.
Sums it up.
The longer I know you, the more I'm like, if I can just make sure my body can't be revived. We're not revived. Brought back. Without my soul.
I mean, I know gentle repose.
Dino, I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make
Sure, can I ask
a
you to cast gentle
a
repose?
survival check to try to see if I can retrieve my bag of gold while in my bird form?
How deep is the water? How deep is this part of the water?
It's like in the middle of the ocean.
Right, it's like super deep.
I know, but maybe I'll get lucky and roll a natural 20.
It's like 3,000 feet.
But you do realize that you're trying to take it from Nessie, right?
Well, she never took it.
Yeah, because the ocean had already taken it.
Alright, well, 12, so never mind. I just wanted to try.
That's fine.
So,
You can always try.
yeah.
Alright. So you guys are starting off. You are in the shipyard, so to speak. There are, by count, probably about 60 plus ships in this area that have been sunk. The one that looks like it was most recently sunk was sunk probably about 2 months ago. About the time of your dream.
Oh.
If you know which one I'm talking about.
I remember the ship going down. Look at me.
The same ship that went down and stabbed the man, right?
Right, so we ready to collect some bodies?
Well, you hide the body.
Oh, we ain't hiding it. We finding it.
Doesn't
all of
have
them.
to be in one piece.
It doesn't.
I suppose so.
Oh, dear,
We didn't risk that
Who has-
nasty encounter with Nessie for nothing.
Who has the best survival skill?
I mean, like,
I have a plus 7.
I'm pretty good. Not as
Seven.
good as that. I'm a +6.
Plus 0.
+2.
Okay.
What's yours, Zordon?
Plus 7.
Damn.
Alright. I suggest that we do it as a team effort.
The more the better. Don't think about maximum, just get as many as you can. They can always be of use at some point or another.
Alright, as they say in a very far land, let's get down to business to defeat the Mezzoloth. And I'm gonna give Olagu bardic inspiration.
I always heard it as the Huns.
I was just
Paraphrasing?
I
What kind of die is
was
that?
doing a cover to fit our situation.
What kind of die is that?
It's a D8.
You're a special bard. It's been a while since I've been inspired.
Make all the...
Alright. Is that survival DM? Was my assumption right? To search for the bodies.
Or collect bodies.
Survival or perception?
And we can all swim.
We all do survival.
Thank God.
Anyone who doesn't have their own swim speed disadvantage.
What are we doing? Survival checks?
Everyone that's helping. Survival.
So would I roll just regular survival or disadvantage survival?
I'm gonna use my
You don't have
luck.
swim speed, do you?
I have the cloak of manta.
Well, there you go.
Does that count?
Yep.
Yeah, you have to be wearing the cloak. Yeah.
Okay. I just have it on nonstop. So it would just be a regular roll?
I used my luck and rolled the exact same thing.
He also rolled a 1 on his bardic inspiration deck.
So you said without swimming speed, what was that
That's three
advantage?
ones.
We're rolling
No.
what's the check?
No.
Oh,
They were
okay.
both
I thought
fours.
you were implying that you rolled
No.
natural 1 twice.
No, that would have been less to be cackling.
I can add a D4 though.
I rolled a 19.
19,
11.
11.
I rolled a 7, so I'm going to use my luck of Fortuna.
13. With a D8 and a D4 to help, and a plus 7.
Huh. I rolled a 6.
Also a 13. Not with a +1 bonus. I come by my 13. You matched
Excuse
me.
me. I trusted you.
My dice have betrayed me.
Dice jail. I'm about to put mine in it.
You get 22.
22. Over what time period?
Over a 12-hour span.
Are these all skeletons? Have the bones been picked clean?
8 of them are going to be zombies, the rest are skeletons. That was the second one.
Stay and collect bodies. Because I can use so many more.
Well, the thing is, we have a deadline to meet. I forget what exactly it was, but we need to rescue the hostages as soon as possible.
What was that deadline again?
Kai, what was the deadline for rescuing the hostages? No, we didn't have a lot of time.
There's 3 sessions back? 2 sessions back?
It was last session we talked about it.
No.
It was
we didn't
2
talk
sessions
timelines.
ago.
We didn't talk timelines last session.
Oh, no. You're right. You're right. It's the session before.
So 7 days from the last discussion, it took you guys about a day and a half to get out here, half a day to deal with Nessie. So you're probably about 2.5 days in because you spent 12 hours looking for bodies. So you've got a half days before the execution.
And how long is it to get there again?
About 3 to 4 days.
I think we should leave now to give us enough time to have room for error or weather or anything like that.
You locate object, don't you? And you can find some more with that.
Some more what?
Bodies. Quickly.
He's like, I want
Wait.
more.
All it needs to point us to is a ship that we missed.
And there's so many of them.
I just need humanoid skeletons.
I don't know how well that's going to work though, because I have to know the object specifically, and I don't know. I'm not familiar with what shipwrecks have happened, and let alone how long they've been there, or the ones that we haven't checked already. So I'm not sure how well that would work.
Would you perhaps like to pray to Morso to see if you can find help from the god who cherishes you, considering that these deaths likely came through some unpleasant circumstances, and he is the god of such deaths? I can assist you. I can lead you in prayer.
Who has ranged weapons? Just out of curiosity, show of hands.
Do spells count?
Yeah, that counts.
Spells in the boat.
I had a counter idea, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I look up and I look at, the occasional seagull that flies by. What if on our way to the island we kill as many seagulls as we can, and you can...
I can't summon beasts.
But no, they wouldn't be beasts, they'd be undead.
There would still be beasts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind.
What do you have against the gods?
I don't have anything against the gods, I was just thinking that...
Insight.
I was just thinking that,
14. I'm only like dog shit.
27. I was just thinking that we wanted as many bodies to throw at this thing as possible, but I didn't realize that your powers were limited to humanoids.
Would you like me to lead you through prayer?
It couldn't hurt.
Alright, I'm going to lead Olugu through prayer to Porto with the hope of unearthing, or with the hope of, gaining guidance from the god whose deaths most likely correspond to the people who see.
Roll religion. you roll with religion with advantage because you're praying to more power.
What is my religion? Just my intelligence modifier. That's not terrible. Nat 20.
Yeah, no, this is much better. So 25.
And if that's not high enough, I can add a D4.
You let us know.
It's specifically, I can only do it when I fail a roll, so.
You just get this kind of sense of where other bodies could be, and you find 5 more
What kind of bodies?
skeletons
Brings up to 27.
covered in burn.
Zavaro is the name of the island where we're going to rescue everybody, right?
No,
What's
Say covered in burns.
it's
is it Silvertree?
Silvari.
Silvari?
Silvertree is the city in Silvari.
Okay, so
It's the city where they're planning to basically burn the city down with everyone in it.
Okay.
Alright, so are you guys heading back?
Sure. I guess I will begin with my animations.
Who wants to roll sail for me?
I'm busy.
Seafaring, I can.
Is anybody else going to do anything on the way there?
25. Thanks, Gwyn Dice.
You are so lucky.
Yeah? I rolled a 19, so I hope so.
Yeah, the winds are in your favor the whole way.
Nice. To make it spicy, not spicy, can we say that I've purposefully pray to the god of the wind while slightly glaring at Zordon
Yes.
as the winds go in our favor? See, they can be helpful.
I never said they couldn't be helpful.
You've implied it. I'm watching you, Wazowski.
I thought you and I were on good terms.
We are on good terms. Obviously, it's been a minute since you've had a little sister. Older sister? How old are you?
I am. Great question. 100 something? 128 years old.
You are older than me. Boo.
It's the elven blood.
I have
Congratulations.
a question for you, Orion. We established that time doesn't pass in your ring. I'm thinking it would be safe if I were to summon all of this undead and go ahead and put them in the ring. That way, if they say I can't cast magic, I can't resummon them, they don't go rampant.
Yeah, that would be a good idea because I can only transform once per day. So I won't be able to transform when we get there, get them in the bag, and turn back into myself.
So go ahead and do it ahead of time.
So you let me know when you're ready.
How many spell slots are there? How many can I do today? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I can do 20 in one day.
Nice.
It's kind of horrifying.
Oh wait, no, I can do more because I have my Arcane Recovery. I can do... Let's see. Math. Good lord. 24 in one day. So, by early tomorrow, they will all be summoned and we can put them in the bags.
Works for me. Like I said, just remember, just tell me when you're ready.
It will take you guys 3 days to get to the Isle. So in that time, planning sessions. But you
Yes.
first.
I do have something I want to do on the way there. While everybody's asleep, I'm going to take my short sword and just go around each room. Just kidding. No,
Didn't you guys know this was a murder mystery game?
I'm going to talk to Kai. Kai, do you have a specific time frame on when you expect us to make our move?
Whenever we get there. We don't have much idea of how things are going to work.
Can you give me, like, arrange like an like.
We're cutting it so close that we're hoping to just.
I think I might have somebody on the inside that I could have help us if we could arrange a riot at the same time, around the same time that we make our attack.
In Silver Tree?
I think so. If my suspicions are right, I don't know yet. But I wanted to throw that idea out at you before acting.
Well, the way we're traveling now, we're gonna get there nightfall 3 days from now.
Okay.
And I know that there's probably gonna be a bit of setup because we were talking about sending the owl one in for bait. But, like, we haven't, because of the Kraken, had much chance to really hash out and refine details. So I just, we've been getting information in up to this point. So,
What if the person that I can be in contact with is being held prisoner there? What sort of signal do you think I should tell them to look for? Maybe instead of a time frame, there should be a signal.
Wasn't there a signal that we were?
Hi, Olagu.
Get on here.
wasn't one of them supposed to turn into
A T-Rex?
A T-Rex? Would that be signal enough?
I think so. Okay, do you think that would be a good idea? Because I mean, if they're going to be killed anyway, they might as well fight.
If you trust them enough not to give us away.
I would trust her with my life.
Do you think it's your wife? I'm not here either.
Oh, hi, Lynn. But I didn't want to reach out to her before knowing for sure.
If you think she would be, or no, you don't need to say she. If you think they would be of use, then yes. Can I ask who this person is?
My wife. Her name
Your wife is there?
Her name is Lalonde. I don't know for sure. Last time I talked to her, before the timey-wimey stuff, she was captured somewhere, and she either didn't mention where she was, or I can't recall.
Your old brave man.
But
you suspect she's in the camp.
I think it's probably likely. I mean, if there's so many people there, she could very well be one of them, and if she could get enough of the prisoners on our side, I mean, if they're going to be killed, they might as well fight.
As they do it. At this point, it's all or nothing.
Okay.
Everything helps.
I'll let the others know, I suppose.
Do you think that you all will be able to attend a morning meeting?
I don't see why not.
If you would kindly inform the others, I'm going to continue working on our maps.
Maybe that's when I should share my guess with everybody instead of giving it to them one at a time. Just tell them all at the same time.
Why don't you see if you could contact them first before you start spreading the word? I don't want to send out false hope.
Okay.
But he's the brains of this operation.
I'm gonna cast Sending.
I'm the brains of this operation. Nope, this guy.
I'm gonna cast Sending on Llandra.
Okay.
Llandra. And OC, it is Silvari.
Yes. The island of Silvari, Silver Tree.
I am sorry it's been a while since I've reached out, but things are complicated. Are you on Silvari? Please respond. With love.
It takes some time for you to get a response. You get kind of this feeling of tiredness over the line, so to speak. And she responds, Silvari sounds familiar, but I have not left our home.
our home. Okay. So I get the impression she's still in the Feywild, maybe?
That's what you suspect.
Okay. Alright, I'll wait till we all have our group meeting before bringing up anything else or doing anything else.
Anyone else want to do anything before morning?
Is Tiny mad at me?
It's
For what?
Making a pseudo deal with their mother.
No, but they're hyper protective right now.
Is Tiny still hanging out with me, making flowers?
Tiny is not let go of Lynn, and has no intention of doing so.
I would give Tiny a flower to carry around for helping me out.
He'll only take it if it's gold.
It's dipped in gold.
Then yes, now Tiny has one. You should probably start keeping track of the things that Tiny
has? Okay.
Heard. Tiny needs their own inventory.
Tiny's tiny little inventory.
Tiny's tiny bag.
Alright. So, come morning, did you tell everyone that they needed to be there for the meeting?
yes.
Does everyone show up to the meeting in
Yep.
the morning?
Absolutely.
I guess.
Yes.
I would show up.
So sometime in the morning, I would do the handoff of the bags and bodies to you.
So you have your own. So you have how many bags of holding are we using?
I did the math. It was approximately 25 pounds per body or per skeleton.
500 per bag, right?
500 per bag. So that's 24 per bag. Which means I can put all the skeletons in one bag, and then I can split the zombies between the other two since they're heavier and more desiccated.
So 3 bags in total.
Yep.
3 bags in total. How did we do that? You do that before the meeting?
We can do it after the meeting. That way you're here for the
Okay.
discussion. But for context, because I already had 8 zombies, I now have 16 zombies and 19 skeletons.
Nice.
So many. Alright. Good morning. He says this,
morning.
but you guys see like a man who has not slept. His hair looks mildly unkempt, dry-eyed, weary looking. He's, you noticed he took off his leg at some point. You've never actually seen him with his leg off, and he's sitting on one of the chairs, and his leg is sitting to the side.
Forgot that he had a peg leg.
Do you need coffee? Do you need a,
Do we have any left?
I'm sure that we had some on our stores. Sure, yeah. Bring him a cup of coffee. Do you want me to splash some water in your face or like help him tame that mane of hair?
He just kind of gestures to his hair.
Alright, so I'm gonna use shape water to just like kind of help him.
He seems to look a little better. Definitely a tired man, though.
Valid.
So as everybody knows, we're about to make our big move here in a couple days. I have made contact with somebody that I believe could have been held captive on Savari, but she also may still just be in the Feywild. I figured if she notices a signal from us and she is in Savari, she and some other of the captives could also make a ruckus. More people to throw at the Mezzoloth, the better, right? but I don't know for sure. So I wanted to get everybody's opinion on whether or not I should tell her to be ready.
To have resistance on the mechanic?
Yes.
Do we really want to put them at risk? I mean, they're
Is she
known
able to
to be.
shield her mind from deterioration? She would be a figure of note, would she not?
It's true.
Is there anything that would stand out that she would know to know that it's from you?
I feel like a giant T-Rex would be pretty noticeable.
But would she know that it's us?
I mean, if I told her. But are you saying a signal or something?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you mentioned the other day.
Like a phrase or something.
Well, I mean, our anniversary would be a good thing, I suppose.
I can skywrite that.
When would be a good time to do that?
When do you guys...
If this
Well, I
happening-
suppose we should first figure out
If they're there.
how we're going to proceed
This
plans.
Okay. I just wanted to put that on the table.
Well, depending on how close we can get to the island, I may be able to do a reconnaissance without even having to leave the ship.
Really?
Yes.
With what? How so?
Arcane eye.
Is it invisible?
Yes.
How does it do against like true sight?
I don't know.
I
I
believe it would be seen.
imagine it may be seen.
What does it look like if somebody can't see it?
Well, let me read you the description. You create an invisible magical eye within range that hovers in the air for the duration. You mentally receive visual information from the eye, which has normal vision and dark vision out to 30 feet. The eye can look in every direction. And as an action, I can move it up to 30 feet. There is no limit to how far away it can travel from me. And I did the math. It's approximately 3.5 miles in an hour. Because I can go straight in an hour. So as long as we're within that range, I can keep it high enough to where anybody with true sight that doesn't go out to 120 feet, I can keep it above that.
Okay.
So I can potentially at least get a bird's eye view of the camp and that line of the island. Get us more strategic.
I also may be able to help. Not with scouting out, but when the fight comes, with deceiving them a little bit.
Also,
I think scouting ahead is a great idea.
I can create a hallucinatory terrain. I can create a 150-foot cube appear as if it is something else. Meaning, if we are free prisoners, I can make that area seem like it is not being freed.
so you can
From
make
the outside,
it
at least.
an illusion essentially that nothing in the
Yes.
environment's changed,
Yes.
including people that are there or just terrain.
Let's see. Natural terrain. So,
Would that obscure the people though? Like
let's see. Creates look, sound, and smell like some other sort of natural terrain. Thus, open fields or road can be made to resemble small hill, crevices, or some other difficult or repulsed terrain. Upon being same look like grass meadow. A precipice like a gentle slope, or rock strewn gully like a winding smooth road. Manufactured structures, equipment, and creatures in the air aren't changed appearance.
So the pens that they're being held in would be the same.
However, if I were to create some large landmark that would block their view, could be a little disorienting.
You could create essentially like a mountainside or a forest, a thick forest that really obscures their vision.
Exactly.
I can make smoke or cause fireworks.
I could also make the surrounding area, because it is natural, make it look like a forest fire.
True. Or a rock slide in the mountains.
Exactly. Something that they would not wish to venture into to investigate.
It's true.
I
Because as far as we know, the standard Mezzoloth and Hydrolos troops cannot see through illusions. I'm unsure about the Driders, but the standard troops.
What about a thunderstorm?
Something's got to start the fire.
You think they'd be okay with thunderstorms though?
Probably.
It would seem natural. Given that these are islands. We've seen plenty of storms in our travels, so
Yeah, some of
Call
us
lightning.
can cast storms.
Call lightning, create thunderstorms. If we all do it, create a giant storm.
That'd be a good idea.
If you receive the blessing of Arako, you are able to do that. But we're not all going to be in that place. So
It's true.
it's going to be dependent. Who is going to be moving in that area? The three of you, right? So Zordon,
on the island itself.
Crux, and Olugu. You all will be down at the fort. Wow.
Zordon, you're coming with us to the fort?
I believe
He's
so.
gonna dimension door in to try and grab
Do we
the
have
other
any
constructs.
maps or knowledge of the layout of the fort?
Hey Kai, do we have any maps or knowledge of the layout of the fort?
This one.
No, that wasn't Discord.
Because I mean, like, otherwise I can grow plants and do the storm, but I will likely be.
The camp is due west of the fort.
And the temple is north, right?
Correct. It's like northeast. It's in the valley of the mountains.
It is surrounded by trees.
And like I said, with my arcane eye, as long as I stay relatively high, away from this true sight, I should be able to get a very good bird's eye view of the island. Because we don't know, they may have roadblocks, extra defenses, especially if they know a force is gathering. We don't know how many scouts they have.
Another quick question. Did we decide how... We know you're flying off the island. Did we decide how we were getting to the fort? Or are we going to be in the Bag's Holdings as well?
I think that was the plan. Was that we could all come into the island as farts, and
Oh,
then
yes.
you could not break down, but you could kind of become corporeal again, and then Crux could take your place. You know, you would get caught.
That was the original plan.
You
Is I
would
would
get caught.
be wandering the island,
Yeah.
and they would capture me. I would surrender my gear on the ship, so that way they don't seize it, and I look just like a traveler instead of a warrior. And that way they more than likely would just take me in. The only caveat would be if they knock me unconscious. Which is
What
possible.
happens then?
I won't be able to transform. I won't be able to willingly transform, so I will just be in the pen unconscious. But as long as I don't resist and give them a reason, they might just rough me up like they do the rest of the prisoners.
Do you think if I trained you to, I don't know how much longer we have, but if I trained you to pretend to be unconscious, do you think that would be helpful?
I don't see why not. I mean, if at the first look at me, they wouldn't suspect that I could take as much as a beating as I can.
True.
So they could just rough me up a little bit, and then I could fade unconscious.
Would you like to borrow my cloak of many fashions to make you look as unassuming as possible?
I also have a disguise kit.
Oh, okay.
Now I forget, what was the reason we didn't want to just fly in as clouds?
Because it takes a minute to become
Cool.
to grab your corporeal body again. So in that minute, you are incapacitated.
Plus, there's a whole army coming.
Plus, there's a whole army coming.
And true sight. They would be
Well,
able
the
to see your true
issue
forms.
potentially is if they don't immediately take you to the castle, just put you in the camp, we don't have the time frame to wait for them to bring you to the castle.
Well, my goal was
They
to be
typically take prisoners to the castle first
for processing, essentially.
Interrogation.
Initial interrogation. In processing is a very kind way of putting it.
So, I think my initial goal with Crux was to use this T-Rex form to protect the prisoners, so that way they don't start killing them as soon as we get there and they see
That is
us.
the point of the undead as well.
As you and Zordon search for the gemstones that are in the castle, I can provide cover for the prisoners. And then Lynn and Artemis will go to the temple? Is that the plan?
How far away is the camp from the castle?
Like a
Yeah.
half-hour walk.
Yeah, I think so.
It's more than 300
Because
feet.
it'd be good for you to head back.
It was going to be Lynn, or myself, I am Lynn, myself, Artemis, and some willing warriors from Kai's fleet, because I can transport up to 10. And we counted. And
We will
are
send you with
1,
your
2, 3, 4,
own
5.
contingent. We have no idea how many you will find up there.
Yeah.
Well, that could be a good use for the recon as well. How far away from the island approximately will we be? Can we start our staging operation?
We're probably going to need to start 2 or 3 miles out from the island, far enough that they're not going to be able to see.
We're going to be dropped off on the backside of the island and go through the mountains.
We have some mist makers, and we're hoping to use them to camouflage our fleets. We should be meeting up with the fleet here in about a day.
So, we will be going through the back end. I can create a telepathic bond for us to last about an hour.
Okay.
It's not throughout the whole event, but enough to get us positioned, make sure we're all in the right areas.
So, is the goal still to get Orion, you go into the keep, become Crux. Crux will let Olu out of the bag of holding, and Olu will amass a skeleton army. From there, Zordon, you will dimension door into the keep to find the remaining 3 godstones. I think that's what our intelligence said, was that there were 3 more.
To our knowledge, yes.
To our knowledge. If possible, simultaneously, myself, Artemis, and some of Kai's people will be replacing the godstone of... Yeah, thank you. The godstone of Taylor.
Sorry.
That one too.
And at the same time, the fleet will begin their siege,
Yes. So
potentially drawing the Mezzoloth forces, the main forces that are not guarding the camp, out to the beaches, keeping
Yes.
them away from us.
That is the hope.
because then the goal is to, as soon as possible, make it to the words are hard. Make it to the camp where the prisoners are kept to try and reduce as much harm as possible.
Yes. That's
Our goal is to time that with when you replace the stone to help that the god helps even the odds a little bit.
Who messaged you?
It was me.
So if I'm understanding correctly, we will have 4 groups. The main army, the camp protectors, the stone searchers, and the stone replacers.
yes. I will be the one to get Crux, but through me will be the one to get you and Zordon onto the island. Or just you.
No, not onto the island, into the...
Into the key.
Into the
Because
keep.
I can
Yeah.
get everybody onto the island when relatively close. Yeah.
You will get us into the keep, and once we are in and are able to get it taken care of, you will head to the camp with my undead army. And I will direct them to protect you and your dinosaur form, and kill any Mezzoloth and
Just picture
Hydraulics.
the T-Rex with a bunch of
Undead army,
undead.
yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
We're going to be...
I will give them
careful.
careful instructions, as I will not be there to directly supervise.
It sounds. How does that sound, Kai? Does it sound like a?
I missed the tail end of that. Is what he said.
For the overarching plan.
Yeah, our overarching plan.
Oh.
What do you think of our overarching plan so far?
It sounds like a lot of steps, but I suspect that we're going to need something. with
Something
more
bold.
steps. My concern, though, is getting men into the keep with
Well, that's what our undead army is there for. Is our reinforcements until you can arrive, until your forces are able to push in.
you. So you plan to push out while we push in?
Yes.
Yes.
Hit them from both
Confident
sides.
I think it more is lancing.
Lancing a boil. I think that would work too.
It's a good image.
Lancing and flushing. You're the lance that ghosts us in. We are the flush that pushes everything out.
This feels very much like an expected metaphor, but okay.
My other concern is making sure that you guys understand the moment you have those stones, the moment you get out of the camp or the keep, wherever you end up being, the moment you're out of that temple, you get your butts back to the water. There will be a ship, a small boat waiting for you under the cover of the mist. You take that boat, it will take you to Old Man Creek. He is going to take you in Nellie's submersible straight to Sanctuary. We cannot risk this group getting caught. If things start going to south, you get out. You leave the rest of us.
So the moment we receive the stones, we should evac to.
And if you can't get to them, get yourself out. That is our number one priority.
What about the prisoners? Will you?
There's no hope saving them if our only hope is dead.
What if? Okay. So it's only if we.
Priority 1 is stones. Because they are killing the prisoners in hopes to gain enough power from that to destroy the stones.
So wait, is okay, so is the first step of this, so if it's all going down like dominoes, would the first step be replacing the Godstone so that way Tarot has the opportunity to unleash their wrath and kill a swath of Mezzoloth?
Yes.
That is the
Okay.
hope.
So it starts
But
yeah.
I suspect that you getting there is going to take time that we don't have to wait. Remember, it's not just the prisoners. They're planning to burn the city.
Yeah. Even as the heart?
As the farts, she should be able to get
Train will
around.
not be an issue.
Yeah, traveling should be
Hypothetically.
pretty quick. Won't have to worry about
How long
terrain.
can you guys travel?
As
As far-
for 8 hours. And the
Okay.
speed is like
Relatively fast.
Yeah, I think I want to say it's like 100 feet, but that might be optimistic. Has a flying speed of 300 feet.
That's fast.
300 per 6 seconds, yeah.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Has a football field every 6 seconds.
Who owns casting that?
I am. Here, through my prayer beads. So we should be able to get there in time. So it might be more about waiting until...
We will get there faster and you'll be able to circle back around the island from dropping us off.
So it would be better for probably us to leave from... Instead of you dropping us off, leave at a more central point. Speed, I don't think this point is our downfall.
Well, it's more of not being spotted.
Yeah, we're gonna be wisps of clouds.
So
right?
you
That can
guys,
still be
so
fun.
you want to go straight in. Hold on, I need to clarify. You're gonna go straight in as a fart to the temple, correct?
With Artemis and
Artemis and
And
and a
Solar.
contingent. Yeah.
Okay. And at the same time, you're gonna be walking around the island to get caught.
Correct.
At the same time,
Yes. But
Okay.
beforehand, my goal is to be in
the keep.
the keep
for.
when she places the Godstone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, how exactly are you guys planning to communicate timelines to each other?
So up to like an hour before as we start the operation, I'll cast telepathic bond on all of us. So we'll have an hour to communicate to make sure she's in position to know nothing's gone wrong. And given that she can travel that fast, hopefully it's enough time for us to.
Is that concentration?
No.
No, it's a
Okay,
ritual
good.
spell. Yeah.
And then you have no way to communicate with Kai,
No.
But
Unless telepathic bond I think is eight creatures.
right?
Um,
So he's probably going to wait 45 minutes from the time.
Kai.
Put
So you guys will
Kai.
be with me.
put Kai in that. Communicate with him once you're on land, and 45 minutes from that time, they will come out of the sea. It should give, speaking now as Kai, it should give us enough time. It should give you enough time to get caught and at least get in the keep and have them mildly distracted, at least focused, so that we can come out of the waters.
What about if I put a word up in the sky with the clouds using my skywrite?
And tell all the Mezzoloth that we are there before we're actually in position.
I mean, they wouldn't know where it came from. It's just clouds.
No.
What if, you know how
We don't want them to even have the idea that we're there until
does Skywrite make shapes
they know.
or just words?
I think just
Words.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, you know how sometimes there are clouds that are like, oh, that one looks like Godzilla. Oh, that one kind of looks like a fish. Like if she could make it look like a fish.
Just words.
What language does she speak?
Llandra? That's a great question. I assume she speaks she spoke Elvish, Atlantean, not Atlantean. What's the other one? Aqua. Thank you. Yeah, Elvish and Aquan for sure.
It could just simply be utter word in Elven. They may not even notice that it's anything but in the shape of clouds. They don't
Artemis,
speak the language.
do you know Elven? Do you have to know the language to use it for Skywrite? Because there's also the possibility that you would just write it and then it would be like...
Alternatively, is there a house symbol? A symbol would be less distinctive than.
There is a house symbol.
But, okay, so we don't know that Llandra is in the camp.
Yeah.
So there's the possibility that we are riding in the sky and nobody is there to see it and it instead gives the Mezzoloth off. So I don't know that that risk is even 50-50.
Plus, causing a stir
Wait,
within the
alternatively,
prisoners may not be the best.
what's the weather like? What does it look like it'll be like when we're there?
Dark. It'll be
Like stormy?
It's a dark and stormy night.
windy.
dark and foggy, but only foggy because
Most of us can create storms, but we just create a storm. That would be natural
I also spoke
and
to
very
her
obvious.
yesterday.
I can use a thunderclap.
We want storm clouds.
Yeah, but storms have thunder, right?
They do. How far does Thunderclap go?
I think it's only like 300 feet.
Oh wow, that's further than what I thought.
Can be heard 100 feet away.
100 feet.
But I mean, if we all work together to cast our various spells and make a group deception check or whatever it ends up being,
But when would that be happening in relative to this, to the Windwalk?
oh, so that's the problem. That's,
Well, because, so essentially, we are making this plan more convoluted,
yeah,
when instead we could just say, okay, so we're gonna have 3 teams doing
4 teams.
things,
To include Kai.
acting, this is 1, 2, 3. Where's the 4th coming from?
Well, we're going to be
The
inside the
Gemstone
keep.
Searchers.
He's going to be in the camp.
But is he not going in the keep? That's how you are getting in the keep.
Yes.
So then why is he then going to the camp?
Well, while we search for stone, he's going to the camp to
Protect
as
the
a
prisoners.
Okay.
T-Rex with the zombies to
So
protect prisoners.
that is 3.5 teams.
Yes.
It's the initial strike force. So with every step we take to try and convolute it more and more to be like,
There's more opportunity for failure.
there's more opportunity for failure, there's more opportunity for mistiming it. So if we keep it as simple as possible, my Uncle Jim always had the saying, keep it simple, stupid.
kiss like that.
Well, and I don't think the prisoners should have any idea of what's going on. Because they may be frantic, malnourished, and panicked. They may
Yes.
say something that will alert the guards.
That's
Even
fair.
not on purpose.
Or they might try to get away in order to earn more food for themselves. So it's that.
They are
They're,
desperate.
yeah, they're people who know that they are, their lives are at risk.
Also, when I spoke to Llandra, I'm not fully convinced that's where she is now because she's mentioned that she had not left home, but that she also recognized the name Savari. So, but I at least wanted to throw that out there in case it inspired another idea at the very least.
I honestly think that the ideas that we have are functional, if not a perfect. They may never be perfect, but if we have a
If it comes down to it, can we not just pick a time of day for us all to act?
we can, though I will remind you, you're going to be incapacitated for a minute when you go from cloud to non-cloud, but you won't be a cloud.
I'll be in a bag of holding.
You'll be in a bag of holding.
I'll just be
Go to
Orion.
You'll just
Alright.
be Orion.
I'll be in the back.
You'll be in the bag of holding. So I could actually bring up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6.
So is Kai, are you going to offer us any muscle or forces to come
He is-
along with us?
Arming my skeletons.
He's
Yes.
arming skeletons.
I meant as far as like people. Like,
Well, that
the,
is-
the
that is
other
helpful.
the other windwalker. So I have 6 other people that I can take. No,
Yeah.
7 other people.
I thought you said 600 people.
No,
No.
7
Like,
other.
Six
let's
other.
do it.
I'm
600.
blessed by the gods, Elizabeth. No. I have 7 other people that I can take with us.
The idea is that with the full frontal assault from Kai's team, is that most of the Mezzoloth team draw
Yes.
that direction,
Okay.
giving us an opportunity to take a small contingent that remains and keep it.
Okay.
Effectively, our goals are to create chaos and take advantage of the chaos we make.
I mean, 3 positions
Can't
being,
believe I just
plus
said that.
with the Godstone being replaced being our signal to begin the assault, that may,
That will be
Wipe
an
out.
obvious symbol.
Yeah.
and it may wipe out some of the Mezzoloth in the
Right,
process.
because it deterred them last time. And remind me again, what is the god of that was replacing?
Sarah was the goddess of life.
Yes.
Interesting.
So
Should be
So
very
she
powerful.
could like turn the Mezzoloth into like.
Or she could revitalize all
Trees.
the weak prisoners. We don't know.
That's true too.
It'd be funny if they just
the
turned
god,
into a tree.
god of light. and
Light or life?
Life.
Life. Okay.
So
All we know
the-
is that every temple we replace a stone, there's been an obvious visual reaction. That is the easiest symbol for everybody to react on.
And the town where Fontana was, they cleared the whole city.
for Sindri too.
So it's possible that the Mezzoloth at the camp, the closest to the temple, may just be eliminated.
Yes. This is your kingdom, so I think it's ultimately your call.
This is our kingdom, so it is ultimately our call. And also, you also have our hair, so they're getting down and making hard life choices just because of that.
I was just saying that so there would be, hierarchy.
That works too. That works too. But no, I think the plan that we have, so long as Kai, who is inevitably the one carrying most of the weight with us, because that's the invasion force, then we are just a small party.
So
long
does this
as-
mean I have to be a fart?
Yes, you are going to be a fart.
I mean, you
Even
just
more specifically, you're going to be a fart on the limb.
better than a turd on the limb.
Better than a turtle
So
Better than Tumble Turtle.
remind me again
Good
who,
eggs.
who the teams are going to be. So it's the 3 of us, right?
Yes.
And then you 2.
And then guards.
So
Some of Kai's people.
some of Kai's people is going along with you.
Well, some of Kai's people may also be going along with you because I can transform up to 10 willing souls, including myself, into wisps of winds or farts, as Orion has decided we will be.
Who knows? If things go to shit, maybe.
The fart will just be all that's left.
No, I was just saying that that the storm idea could be a very far backup if we really need to create extra chaos.
I mean, at some point, if the shit hits the fan, and we're just
How about if, as my sister so eloquently put, shit hits the fan and you need to get out, cast a storm. It'll be a signal to the rest of you that you need to make your way to the boat to take you to Old Man Frank.
So Storm is get out of town symbol, not weapon of attack symbol.
Yes. And it will let me know that things are dire.
Easy enough.
Yes.
And who needs us to make sure that they have a dimensional door ready?
You do.
Me.
I have it ready as well.
Okay, because it sounds like I can only take one other willing creature with me.
Nope. Or yep.
Yep.
I need to choose what spells I want to have prepped for that day.
Oh wait, you were going to just be a wisp of wind and not be in the fort. Would you like to go in the bag as well? Initially, you were just going to dimension door in. That's why I was going to the temple and you were going.
I think saving as many spell slots as possible would be ideal.
Saving as much energy with
Yes.
the spell slot.
So, what are you dimension?
I was gonna say Dimension Door for
Getting
an
the hell out of
escape.
Dodge.
Like, yeah, because I only have one 6th level spell.
Okay.
4th level spell. Pardon me.
If worst comes to worst, if we need a safe space, I can also create a magic circle that will prevent fiends from coming in. It will only be a small, but if we put it in the doorway of the keep, it can keep things from either entering or leaving as we wish.
I feel like the three of us would be well equipped to take on a force. I don't think we'll need any of the guards with us. We have our own army.
We have 29, 27
so-
guards, whatever, or already with us.
Kai, I suppose if you have the most capable of men that are going with Lynn, maybe have the best of the best go with her.
Or maybe like second tier, because honestly, the people in the camp are the best of the best.
I will send Obsidian with you and 5 others.
That honestly fills me with a lot of comfort, to be honest. Yes, Artemis, do you have a thought you'd like to share with the...
No.
Alright. Do you want to be part of the Fort Force instead?
No, I
Part
think
Fort Force?
I think that I trust her to protect you more than anybody else.
I can also speed up our search in temple by summoning the ghost that I summoned that other time when we took the
You
stones
know,
that can go through
I
walls.
really hate to say this, but that was mad impressive. Don't let it get through your head.
It can't get there if it's already there.
Alright.
Alright. You guys good with the plans?
Yes.
No, but let's do it.
I sent you a message. That's not, like, in relation to this. I just wanted to make sure you saw it.
Was it the one that you were gonna go pray?
Yeah.
Go cry.
Pray.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go have myself a good little cry, and then I'll be back.
Who's gonna put my courage? All right, everyone. OC, how long is it gonna be before we act?
So this is a day. The next day, you guys are meeting up at the fleet. The day after that, you're gonna
Okay.
arrive
All
at
right.
night.
So I will not use motivational speech right now.
We will have to go into the bag though, because he can only transfer once a day. And
Yeah, so tomorrow you have to go into the bag.
yeah,
How big is it inside the bag?
it's a dimensional space, but we will be in the bag inside the ring, so time will stop for us while we're in there.
You won't even.
How long can a living creature be in the bag for?
10 minutes.
It won't matter because the time will be stopped.
Yeah, so...
Within
She'll
my-
be in the ring.
Yeah.
Within the ring. Time season.
And plus, I can hold
So
the
the
breath.
next day, you turn into Crux. So
He
that
would
When
be
I'm on the
in the-
camp. When I'm in the camp as Orion, that's when I transform into Crux, and then I have my bags of holding and all
But
that.
hold on. So in game,
Yeah.
next day you have to turn into Crux so that you can equip the bags, and then you're
We're
gonna turn
doing
back
that-
into Orion.
We
the
were gonna do
following
that
day.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so in
Yeah.
case I don't have magic to re-up my undead.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and transform right after this meeting. Transform to Crux. I'll be Crux Day. The next morning, turn back into Orion.
And right
then
before...
remain Orion for.
Yeah, and right
Yeah,
before...
so you guys will probably just get into the bag right at the end of the day, right, or next morning, right
Yep.
before I transform into Orion. So that way there's no. So that way they have the maximum amount of time, which is 10
Just make
minutes.
sure Orion knows not to put a bag in a bag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, Crux.
That too.
Orion
I don't know if
does.
Crux.
Make sure he knows. You can give him that memory. You can give him that knowledge.
That would be one hell of a distraction. Just that.
Great singularity. Just start sucking everything.
Write a
into
note.
it.
I mean, we're cut off from the rest of the world.
I
so
mean,
what do you
technically, I
think?
can get us back by just banishing us out of the astral plane.
Alright, you guys ready?
As will ever be.
So going into the next day, so you're turning into Crux today.
Yep.
You're Crux the rest of that day after the meeting, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else happening that day before start of the day the next day?
Zordon, you want to read my fortune?
Yes, and also OC. Ever since the time wimey thing, I've been rolling to change back into a high elf. It hasn't happened once.
It's not meant to.
40% chance of me changing back.
It might be disadvantageous. Disadvantageous to turn back
Oh,
just before this.
maybe.
No, I'm preparing lock or knock in case we have some not locked doors that unlocks.
All right.
Oh,
So tell me how you would like me to read your fortune.
the way that we talked about the
You
message.
mean while you were messaging me during the meeting?
Good to know what y'all are doing.
I rolled a sleight of hand check and I rolled a 27, so I was sneaky about it. 4 pillars of fate. You have the warrior. The one you are drawn to is a warrior themselves. Although the other one you're drawn to is a warrior in a sense, but curious. But what is the next pillar? The next pillar, an avenger. I see a woman with adorning fancy armor, perhaps a royal of some sort, somebody that's looking to avenge their kingdom. The other that you seek, I don't think he looks to avenge anything at all, but he is a broken one. Perhaps somebody that is torn between two worlds, two personalities, if you will. Who? Hard to say. But the final pillar, a priest. I mean, one of them is indeed a person of faith, and what stronger motivation of faith than a priest? So the person that you would draw to is a warrior, an avenger, but perhaps there's also the broken one, but finally, a person of faith. That is what the cards tell me about your conundrum being stuck between two individuals. What you decide to do with this information, what it inspires you to do, I'll be very curious to see how that turns out. But remember, the individual that you are drawn to is not only a warrior, she's an avenger. Maybe stay away from the broken one because they're already torn between two people. But I think the person that you are drawn to the most is perhaps a person of faith.
got it.
But hopefully this helps. The cards, I can only translate what the cards have to say. I can never fully understand how the gods speak through me and through by extension through the cards.
Well, thanks for that. I'm gonna give you 200 gold.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
I know, but here.
Is this because I lost 200 gold?
No, we're splitting up, and if you need it to buy some stuff, then at least you'll have it.
That's right.
Seems like nobody's has any gold except for me right now, which I kind of stockpile, so.
I mean, I think Golagoo is always secretly loaded.
Nah, I checked both his bags of holding, and they're empty.
Interesting. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I appreciate
that
your
helps.
insight.
Hopefully that helps.
Send it in the main chat.
I think so.
Let's see, how far are we from go time, time-wise?
This happened at the end of the meeting day, so you still have 2 days.
Okay, alright. Then I will wait to cast spells on people.
I'd say you won't be able to.
You won't be able to.
Yeah,
Why not?
Be in the back.
Oh, I meant like literally right before we jump into the bag. Is that going to happen
That'll be
days?
next morning.
Okay, so Gift of Gal Alacrity won't matter.
Try that first.
Okay. Alright.
You wanted to have a conversation with Kai.
Oh yeah, that doesn't have to be played out, but we absolutely can if you want to. That was more along the lines of so you're aware.
Can't
that's
wait to see what you do with that.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. That's up.
Alright, so end of the day, going into morning. You guys doing things? In the morning of the next day?
I'm in a bag.
Since they're going in the bag of holding and time freezes, if they were to take any of the potions that I have before getting into the bag, would that mean that when they get out of the bag that it would still be active for the time period?
Yes.
That's a good point.
What if the concentration?
And our concentration doesn't stop.
Right. So you just be concentrating when you come out of the bag. On whatever
So
it
the
is.
three of us are going into, you and me are going to a bag. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or if I can take long rest from
I'll take care of you.
Kraken fight at this point.
No problem. Bag team, hands in.
Here we go.
I'm gonna cast motivational speech.
Oh, here's back.
The three of us get 5 temporary hit points.
Hey.
And because time stopped, I assume that you and I will still have it.
I just feel good for a little bit.
Yeah. So you get that for an hour.
And over the last
immediately turn back into Orion. Lose it.
Hey, bro, I feel good right now.
few days, I was able to restock some potions. So if you guys need anything,
Religion.
Well, yeah.
I think I'm still set
If
from the
you're
last
praying and
time.
hoping for an effect.
I'm also set for the last
I'm
time.
hoping for guidance
Yep.
from the
Soul haven't
tarot, or
changed.
just to be heard.
Got any,
So would
more
that be
potions
for
in Misty's
rolling,
deck?
or is that just?
yes,
How many you got?
Roll religion.
Huh?
5,
Can I have 2 of them?
2 more.
Yes, please.
With advantage if you're holding the Godstone meter.
It's kind of handy, Jeremy.
Yeah. 18.
You feel her consciousness reaching out towards you, but you don't get anything specific.
Alright. I just find her presence reassuring and knowing that we're gonna. So she's already present, so she's probably gonna rain hell down on these people. On the Mezzoloths.
Alright. Can't wait to see how this turns out.
Shenanigans.
Alright, so you guys are in bags now?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm alright.
Sorry. Continue.
Okay. So that day, when you guys catch up with the fleet, they're sitting in the water waiting for your guys' arrival. And there's 28 ships.
Okay. Like 28 Kai size ships?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There are quite a few. Some of them you recognize as dwarven ships. Some you recognize specifically as sea dwarves. There are a handful of minotaur ships that you notice. Some pirate ships that you suspect came up from the Pirate Isles near Cortana.
Okay.
And a couple of other ships that bear the Vendexi flag. But as far as you guys knew, there was only one Vendexi ship.
Okay.
So you suspect that these might be people who have offered to join but aren't a part of any of the official.
Okay. Volunteers.
Okay. They end up giving you guys arrows for the skeletons.
Fantastic.
Just arrows.
So how,
Bows and arrows? That's good.
so how are you gonna get those?
Oh yeah, we're already in the bag.
Do you have another bag of holding? Did you leave any empty? Or did you pack them
You
full?
didn't say so.
I didn't say so.
Okay, you didn't say so.
But they'll still be able to fight regardless, so there's that. Hey,
Our plan's foiled.
be fine. There's... We can fight with their fists.
You don't understand the strength of skeletons.
I do. I used to be a DM.
How did I miss that?
How did you DM not say anything?
Because DM hates me.
Shenanigans ensue.
Because the DM says you make your beds.
4 campaigns in, yeah, definitely.
You should know now. Alright.
A wizard should know better.
You guys travel together as a unit. I can't remember, does your skeleton ship automatically create a rolling fog or no?
Shit.
Huh?
The spectral hole,
Yeah, what does it do?
does it create a fog? I can't remember.
I
You're
don't
the one
think
who has all
so.
the information about it.
Do I have all the information about it?
So when we got to the ships, to all the ships, we're planning on attacking tomorrow.
Because they were waiting away from the island. They got closer before you guys did.
When did we get there?
Get where?
To the ships. To the what time of the day?
Mid-afternoon.
And we plan on attacking.
The
Tomorrow.
next night.
No, that given I know the plan. I would change back into Crux because it's been a day. This will be the next day. I change back into Crux and then take all the little bows and arrows and like.
I come up ready to swing.
What? Hey, it's me. It's all right. It's okay. Look, I got all the gear. They know everything. Just watch your head.
Oh, I forgot about
It's
that.
gonna like kind of sprinkle them in there. You're gonna shove all the arrows and everything in. So you want me like disperse them among the sacks or like? How do you want me to do this?
We have extra space, and the one that just syringe, put them in there, then I can just have them all pick up a quiver and bow, pull them out.
Now, do you want me like? You want me like just
Just put them in.
dump it out like that when I'm in the keep? You just want me like dump it?
Yeah, turn it inside out. It makes everything pop out.
Like just reach in and grab it?
No, just have the bag open, push from the bottom, turn it inside out,
Oh.
and everything pops out.
Oh, okay. That won't hurt you? I mean like uppercutting it?
No, I will just pop out onto the floor 3 feet up.
Fancy magic sack. I like
We
it.
should all get some magic sacks like that.
I have a magic sack, but it's a little different.
How is it different?
Don't worry about it.
You'll-
We'll talk about
you'll
it later.
learn when you're older.
We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it tonight. Oh, shit.
Where is that stat about the ship?
Okay, so you guys are traveling this whole day.
Yep, so if you guys are not out of the sacks, you'll have to breathe, so I'll just kind of like keep the sack open. You guys can have your heads out.
We'll just be out of the sack. Until we're-
Alright, so next morning, do you guys go back into the sack and
Yes.
transform in the morning?
I don't get out because I don't want to lose my hit points.
I love
Well, it's too late. Time's already resumed.
Oh,
Well, I guess, hold on. So we're not attacking until tomorrow night.
I guess I could just do
Would
motivation
that have
speech
actually
again.
worked?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of that actually.
Is it per
It
day?
may not have worked.
Well, it depends. We talked about as I get up in levels that I might be able to do it a little bit better, like the transformation. Like, is it still 24 hours?
For now, yes.
So they give it to us mid-afternoon.
So then in the morning of the next day, which is the day that you plan to be there at night, you could turn back into Orion. Oh, I see.
I can't yet.
Because then you can't turn into Crux.
So it had to be the way that we did it.
Retcon.
Well, hey, we still got our 10 hit points.
Put no bows and arrows.
They can pick up stuff.
Because it's... No, I guess it's because we met up with them that day.
Yeah.
Tragedy.
So that's memory.
Well, if you'd stayed Crux overnight and turned into Orion the
Alright.
day that the...
Wouldn't
That
Orion
24
and the ring
hours.
do the same thing?
What? I'm sorry.
Doesn't Orion go in the ring when Crux is out?
Correct.
Can't we just flip flop who jumps out? Oh, you need
Crux is
Crux for
polymorph.
the polymorph.
Well, what you were saying, so if I stake Crux, because I knew the plan, we were going to get bows and arrows and everything, it just slipped my mind OC. So if I stake Crux that whole day, we get there the next day afternoon, I get the bows and arrows, we get that prepared, I turn into Orion, by the next day, I can turn back to Orion, or no, I can turn back into Crux during the,
Yeah.
that would work.
Okay, so we'll do it that way. So yes, you've got your bows and arrows. Yes, you guys are in the bag, and you've got your temp HP.
God,
And
it's
you are
kind.
right. Sometimes.
Very merciful of you, I appreciate it.
I also cannot find where you posted the pictures of the abilities for the ship.
I don't know that I posted them.
I thought you sent pictures out for all of us to try and decide which one we wanted to do.
No, I think I just handed you guys the book.
You did the ghost hole without,
Yep, she handed us that.
and you did the ghost hole on the slide.
Well, of course. How else does Willoughby get anything done?
Does it sound like coming or something? Okay. What? Just when you're leaning this way, I saw a light on your face. Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah, there is a little bit.
Okay.
I need you to know that when you asked me, it was perfectly blocked by the speakers. I was like, no, I don't see anything. Oh, it's because he's closed it. Okay.
What?
Last sliver of sunlight was hitting Orion's face.
Sunlight, like, just right there, like running our eyes, essentially.
Oh, lean forward.
Moves this way, yeah.
I just can't close the tray.
Why would you want to?
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I don't think you got the spectral hole.
No, we didn't get spectral hole.
No, you got.
It was the thing on the front of the ship.
Skeleton figurehead.
Yes, figurehead. You got skeleton figurehead and the hole that changes shape.
You were the reason why these ones are so much larger than they were when I bought the pants.
I have not much straight. I have.
You have really long and larger, like stretched up to my right. Hey, hey, what did I say?
What did you saw?
Alright. So when Zach comes back, it'll be nighttime of the day. And you guys will be
Shenanigans.
probably about 3 miles out from shore. 3 to 5 miles.
Yay.
3 miles out from shore.
Yeah, 3 to 5 miles, somewhere in there. Just far enough that you can't really be seen. There is a natural rolling fog in the area, kind of like they predicted. But there's a couple of mages that are...
Oh, they've got their magic back?
a handful, older folk, who are amplifying
Gotcha.
the rolling fog. They're definitely not very strong. So... So, Orion, I think who starts this?
Windwalk would be me.
Yeah.
Well, Orion starts with walking to get captured because that'll be a lot slower than the windwalk, right?
Is he not getting up there with Windwalk?
No, I can fly. Remember, I can just fly. I'll just fly to the island, land on the edge of the island, and start walking my way up.
How long is it going to take you to fly to the edge of the island if we're 3 miles out?
I mean, my flight speed is, so I can travel 3.5 miles in an hour, roughly. I can double time it, so I can dash, just fly really, really quickly. It travels like 6 miles and an hour. So I can get there in less than an hour.
Because if you wanted, and you don't have to do this, but if I cast Windwalk, you could get there and then like get to shore and then fly out if you wanted. I
This
don't.
Windwalk lasts long enough
8 hours.
for this whole operation. Right?
But I don't know if you want to do that, because if you want to fly, you can, but then we'll only have 30 minutes of like mental comms.
Right. No, we'll do Windwalk.
Then you've only got 5 men with you. One of them is obsidian.
Sounds good to me.
What is the salami? Salami. It's like, where? I'm trying to get Ben's because she asked for some.
In one of the containers.
Is it in the Ziploc?
Also, one down where we put our cheese.
There.
He's getting so big. He's getting so big.
Look at that dingle test. Look at that temperament.
It would.
Our cats don't do that good.
Do they just start kicking and flailing?
One of them will only keep swaddling up, and then the other one, if we did that too, he would
Freak out.
lose his mind. So we don't.
I don't know what Latte would do, but she was pretty chill.
Probably helps that that cat doesn't weigh anything.
Maybe. What's she doing, bud?
So we're definitely not going to finish this encounter today, so just be prepared that at some point we're going to have to stop the encounter.
Okay.
Because we've
So
only got about a half an hour, so we might even just get to the setup,
Alright.
get people in places, and then we'll pick up from there next week.
so ritual spell of telepathic bond, linking you, myself, Kai. I can do 5 more. Anybody else want to add to that list?
I don't know that there's anywhere else.
I guess we can add you as well, so that way you can be in there. I just think because you guys are as a party, so there's 4.
You can add how many?
I can add 4 more. So I got Kai, Artemis.
Why don't you
myself.
add
Obsidian?
Commander
you could do obsidian. Yeah, you would want to add the Lord Longbeard,
Okay.
because he's bleeding the water orbs. You'd want to add one of the Minotaurs.
Okay.
One of the
you.
commanders would have been there.
Okay.
You'd want to add probably Crick.
Okay.
Chris would be, yeah.
Yeah. And then I think that's it. That's all I can think of.
Okay. That's what I like. Okay. And then we want to start as soon as that happens, so that we can maximize your time until telepathic bond.
I'm going to use a prayer bead on the necklace of prayer beads, and I'm going to cast Windwalk. We'll turn all of the willing people we predetermined into little winds o' wisp. So you and up to 10 willing creatures you can see within range assume a gaseous form for the duration, appearing as wisps of clouds. While in this cloud form, a creature has a flying speed of 300 feet and has resistance to damage from non-magical weapons. The only actions a creature can take in this form are the dash action or to revert to its normal form. Reverting takes a minute, during which the creature is incapacitated and can't move. Until the spell ends, a creature can revert to cloud form, which also requires the 1 minute's transformation. So for 8 hours,
They can go back
you
and
can
forth.
dash, but you can go back and forth. So
Okay.
if shit hits the fan, you can pull them into the bags of holding, revert to a cloud form, and dash.
Okay.
I go my breath for an hour, so I can be in the bag of holding for a while. He's the problem.
We'll revive him.
I'll bring him back.
Not the way that he wants to be.
Okay. That works. So I'll start by flying to the island, and you want to start heading towards the temple.
Yeah. Go and check out the temple.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna.
600 feet per second. For 6 seconds.
Start the line.
For a second.
Excited to see how you get captured.
Give me just 1 second.
How can
Yeah.
I help you?
Alright, so you, Anna. Because you're the only one with your own contingency.
Should
Context, we're going over 60 miles per hour.
So you get to choose the 5 who are with you other than Obsidian. They can all either be Corsairs or pirates.
So the Corsairs have a ranged weapon. No,
Oh.
they can make 2 attacks.
It's really just a matter of fighting style.
Oh, we're gonna go with the Corsairs. They have a much higher hit.
Okay. So, you want to snap a picture of that? I'm going to have you in charge of your 5. Because I'm going to have plenty else that I'm going to be doing behind the screen.
So how many people does she get?
Get a flash. 5.
5.
You're good. So
My eyes. The glare.
Yeah, the blue one is.
The blue one is.
The one before the flash. And the buttons.
Do you want to
I don't
send
know
the
that,
picture to me
if you're gonna
too?
need them today.
See.
So if you don't need them today, just send me a text as a reminder later this week, and I can take a good picture for you in better lighting.
Okay. I'm assuming I'm not piloting Doing.
Huh?
I'm assuming I'm not piloting Doing. Obsidian?
Obsidian Johnson.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. Johnson.
He's had a busy past couple of weeks. I mean, he just did WrestleMania and
Alright, my toe is not supposed to go under the chair.
And that is not ideal. Alex, don't you feel so calm knowing that we can't do anything? We're stuck in time? The world could end and we would never know.
Alright, so people are in bags, you're flying. You,
Go to your room. Oh, go to your room.
you're gonna make it to the island. Okay.
I'll first. That's me getting to the end.
So you're gonna get there first.
Okay.
You said that you're getting on the edge, right? So you can, what you can do if you don't want to get on the very edge of the island,
Okay.
right? There's some forests. Do you have the map?
Yeah. You mean the one that you sent in Discord?
Yes, but I'm thinking specifically of the big map.
Oh
the
yeah,
world map.
that's right above it, Discord, and maps
Is
location.
it?
There's however a red dot in the middle of it.
Yeah. That's not gonna do what I want. Is that the only version of the map you guys have?
Oh, I see what you're talking
No, but the other one also has the red dot on it. We're very consistent with red dots.
Well, because at the beginning I was trying to make sure you guys did not go here. Oh, I do have this copy.
New map, new map, new map, new map.
so it's going to be you, Artemis, and 5 Corsairs. Is
And
that-
Obsidian.
And Obsidian
Obsidian.
Johnson.
Replacing the stone. Yep.
Ooh. Have any of you guys seen my fold-up map? It is missing.
Your fold-up map.
Oh. We're good.
There
I've
it
never
is.
put it in the folder before.
Hey, I found it.
So just click on it. I'm not gonna unfold the whole thing.
So this is Silver Tree where you guys are going, right? On Silver Tree. The
So
fort is up here in this little break, right? And then the temple is up and then in that valley between these two mountains here, right? So the fort is right there. So if you wanted, and you guys are coming this way with the ships. So you can fly out and you can land in the trees just south and be walking in the woods.
Yeah, that'd be it. Because, I want to get caught as quickly as possible.
Right.
So if I think there's patrols in that area, then that's
And
where
there
I
are.
want to go. Okay.
So, theater of the mind, most of this, I don't think I'm gonna act out the capture.
Yeah.
But effectively what's going to happen is within about 5 to 10 minutes of you landing,
Okay.
and walking towards, you'll probably be walking towards Silver Tree and not directly towards the fort, just to reduce the amount of suspicion, but with the expectation that you're still probably gonna get caught,
Right.
right? So within probably about 15 minutes of landing, you are accosted by several Mezzoloth. There are a team, you hear a shout as one sees you, and 5 of them end up on you. Do you at any point resist anything that happens?
No, I just look confused, scared, and as if I'd just stumbled upon this,
Yeah.
having no idea what was going on. Just for
Can you roll,
I don't have any of my gear. I left all my gear at the ship.
can you roll, performance?
Could it be deception?
Yes.
Oh, you're very deceptive. Not quite as deceptive as others, but very deceptive.
I'm going to use luck.
Oh boy.
Oh god, fuck you. So 14? Oh wait. That inspiration that we got from the temple was a D12, right?
I'm gonna say 11.
Okay.
They are not very smart.
Okay, cool. Or a 5 and a fucking 3 with my luck.
So they seem convinced, however, one of them is talking about orders and we were told to bring him in, and he does really look like one of the ones we were looking for.
What language do they speak in common? I just want to know if I even understand what they're saying. I speak abyssal.
Yes,
Common.
they speak of this
Okay, I can understand.
because they're fiends. Technically they're fiends. I thought you could speak it. It's like,
It's me.
I can speak abyssal.
Yeah, but
so yeah,
Okay.
you are physically accosted by them when they take you into custody. They hit you no less than 5 times.
Okay. How much damage do you want me to take from my Orion for?
Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up.
If any. If
Yeah,
they're actually
he's-
trying to deal damage.
They're not trying to kill him.
Right, but they're trying to rough me up so that way I'm weaker, not a threat.
They want to make sure they've got control.
Soft my little bird wings.
Snap away.
No. Don't say that.
God's always listening. Which rule was that?
I mean,
There is one other.
Can we split the party?
God's always listening.
That was God pushed us into that. It's just you're gonna split the party.
You have no choice.
Right, whether you like
This
it or
will not work otherwise.
You're going to split.
Hold on, I need the math and I can't math.
Should be a little caveat to that. It's a little extras, unless the DM says it.
You're gonna take a total of 45 damage.
Okay.
They dislocate your arm in the process.
Ouchie. Alright.
It's okay, Crush doesn't feel this.
Alright.
And they drag you along.
Okay.
You are probably moving.
Are they
we'll fight.
dragging me or escorting me. Like if I'm
They're
walking.
escorting you, but you're probably not walking fast enough, so there's a little bit of drag going on, but not like they're actually dragging you, just that they're moving too fast.
Right.
They do take you straight to the fort, which means that the fort officially gets to come out.
Oh, nice.
Fart in the fort.
Fart in the fort.
I'm no longer a fart in the fort,
Do not fart in the fort.
but I might become.
There's
in the fort.
terrible airflow in there.
Some fort trips are castles are very good.
Trying to remember. I can't hardly see. Hold on.
So I wanna get lost in your 44 and gift away. No?
There it is. So that's the front. So this is top level. This is bottom level. So this way is Sylvari.
Oh, Sylvari.
That way is camp. And then this way is the temple. And I'm actually going to move these over here so I can pull the temple out later. The camp is mostly going to have to be theater of the mind. I knew I wasn't going to have space on here.
For that many zombies and Mezzoloth.
About the same time that he's arriving at the camp, you will be arriving at the temple. The temple is nestled in the valley between two mountains. And this is the fun part. I know we're not going to start fighting today, but I just want you guys to
Nope, that's not it. Look at the side.
where things end up.
This is where I have tiny dice. For when maps get scaled down. And the dice is the right size to stand.
There we go.
The dice must flow.
Give me the beats, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in that cup. Oh. That actually works really well.
It's a perfect size.
Here you go. I'll toss in a couple more.
So the mini dice are like the perfect size for the temple.
For the what?
The mini dice, I just need you to visualize this with us and experience it with us. It's the perfect dice for the squares. Like, this is my person. Look at how nicely that fits. Thank you for patting my leg like I am a small child.
Alright.
To be appeased.
The meatballs.
The meatballs.
Oh, there's the Mezzoloth.
Yep. You guys notice that they've set up,
Good
A
thing you can just go
perimeter.
past
A
them inside the
perimeter.
temple.
That's the goal.
except there's the two at the door.
So
You just need a
who's,
window or a
Are they
gap under the
facing
door.
outwards or inwards?
Or you technically just need the gap under or around the door.
They're walking back and forth, but I'm just gonna put them in place.
So what I'm actually hearing is that Obsidian is going to need to make some of those people make a distraction so that I can slip in underneath the door. So we can slip in underneath the door.
Are we still farts?
We are still Wisp siblings. Oh man, they really heavily guarded that place. Oh. They're catching on, y'all.
And there's a group of them that stop anyone on that path. And they have a roadblock up over here.
So, looking around, do we see any windows?
Hmm?
Like, if we fly,
Or a bell tower.
Or a chimney?
like,
No
what does the
chimney.
top of it look like?
No bell tower. It's got like this cross shape, just like all the other major temples have had.
Is there an air shaft?
There are no windows in the temple though.
Does it look like underneath that door that we could potentially slip in if somebody created a distraction and moved those two off?
So you can just go under like cracks of the door, right?
Yeah, we should be able to. But I need to make sure it's not like airtight. The rest of them haven't been, so I'm assuming this one wouldn't be too.
It's not airtight.
Okay.
Then
So we
why
just
do you
need a distraction. Well, because I will be incapacitated for a minute.
Presumably they can't get into the temple, right?
That is the assumption we're working on, right? That they can't get into the temple? Because none of them...
Just find a confessional and just sleep in there.
You can go into the rafters.
Because none of the temples that we have been to thus far have had Mezzoloth inside of them.
That is a correct statement.
It seems like a really long time to be making that assumption, y'all.
And you can always just go in and come back out if there's people there.
As you're flying by, you notice that not everyone on that map is a Mezzoloth.
Oh.
There are a handful of Hydroloth in there as well.
Those are spookier.
They got the pitchforks, or they went without the pitchforks?
They have tridents, not pitchforks.
You know what I mean.
The Mezzoloth,
Just simple
I
form.
think they both have tridents.
Do they?
I think so. I can look again here.
Doesn't really matter.
No. Alright, so while she's deciding what she wants to do, and she's all week to do it, because it's 8:20 right now. I don't want to get too far into this because I don't want to start any kind of combat situation and then have to stop. You are dragged into the fort from the side.
Okay.
So they take you through this side entrance. Okay. And you see that there are guards out here.
And you see a bright light.
You see that there are guards out here. And you see that there are guards up on the parapets, which technically they're up on the second floor. They take you through these steps, over this hall, through this hallway. And this hallway is very dark. There's very little light. They pull you through this door and then down these steps into the dungeon. And the dungeon area is just a series of cells, and it's only this half of the fort.
Who else is in
And
the
each of these
dungeon?
squares, just so you know, is a 10-foot square.
Gotcha.
Okay. So they take you through, and as you're walking through, you notice that they have several prisoners down here. And a handful of them look like they've been down here for a while, not just initial interrogation.
Let's go here.
So they pull you down here. This is like an entryway down below, and they walk you this way. It's just a straight path, and then just cells. Here it Y-shapes out, and then there's a series of cells that go around there. But otherwise, it's just cells on either side.
Okay.
I need you to roll history. I need to see, or insight, whichever's higher.
25.
You notice that Jin's down there.
Heard Jin?
Oh no!
What's his condition?
Who's inside?
Malnutrition.
Malnutrition. He's been beaten. He's lost an arm.
Is he?
Oh,
Did they turn?
well,
it?
damn.
Yes.
Is this like an old lost an arm? Or
Right.
This looks like he lost it a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Is
got
he
hungry.
conscious?
Barely.
Does he notice me?
No.
I don't think he's met Orion, right?
Well, just a newcomer. See if he
Oh,
looks
okay.
up
I
and
see.
pay attention.
I see what
You
you're
see
saying.
a couple of other people that look like they are wearing some of the similar garb that you've seen on other Vindexi. And they pull you into this room at the end, and I need you to roll perception as they pull you in.
19.
19. So you notice a couple of things as they pull you in. These cells, you see that they all have additional equipment in them, and you suspect that these are active torture cells. Okay. You do see what you think is the back end of a Drider.
Okay.
But his back is to you, and he steps away, so you're not quite sure if it's a trick of the light or if that's what you think it is.
That devil's sight, so it looks like daylight to me. Does that help at all?
You're pretty sure it's a Drider. You're 100% sure.
And he's in one of the torture cells
Yeah, he's stepping in there. It looks like he was prepping stuff.
to torture somebody.
And you notice because they put you at this cell at the very end. You notice that this cell to your left as you walk by it, there is a blue sea elf in there. She is very poorly off. You see her lying on some bedding on the ground. She seems barely conscious, very malnutrition, and she bears quite a few scars.
So this looks like the high value prisoners, perhaps.
You
This is where they
suspect
keep
as
them.
much. She looks like she's wearing what probably used to be a nice gown, but is basically just tattered rags. You get a couple catches of some like golden embroidery but it's not. She's tied in like sewn in other fabrics.
As it's torn.
She looks like she's been down here for a couple of years, if you had to guess.
Okay. Where are they taking me?
They take you into a cell at the very end of the block, and they shove you in there, and they effectively say, "Won't take them long to be ready for you," and walk off. Probably not as nicely as I said that, but
Are they under the impression that I can understand them? Or are they kind of just like fucking with me? Like, because they don't think I speak their language.
they're fucking with you.
I put it wrong. As if I don't understand.
All right. So it is 8:25. I do not think anything else is going to happen tonight that is not going to result in some kind of combat or initiative roll. So this is where we leave it.
Okay.
You guys feel okay with that?
Yeah.
Is there any information that you need from us, like, to start for next week? Okay.
Not that I can think of.
Alright.
Do you guys need anything else as you prepare to start this crap neck?
I have hypothetical questions, but,
And to be honest, I don't know that this is going to do one session
encounter thing?
It might be, depending on how you guys play it, but it might very well not be.
Yeah, that's fair.
We are chaotic beings.
we are
make
chaotic
things go
beings.
fast or very slow.
A lot of my questions really just boil down to the schematics of, like, how dark it is, how windy it is, and the clearing.
It is the night before the new moon. I've actually been tracking moon phases. Oddly enough.
So it's real dark.
It's real dark.
Okay, and how windy is it?
Probably like 5 to 10 mile per hour winds, just enough that the fog is rolling in off the sea. You're not getting as much of it because you guys are on the other side of the mountains.
Okay. So, hypothetically,
So there's cover for them coming on land, but not cover on land. If that makes sense.
fair. Hypothetically, if we were to move at, say, 1 foot per second, and just look like slow fog coming in, how likely do I think it would be that the Mezzoloth or Hydroloth guarding the door would think that that's suspect?
Do you have an
You guys are not a very big cloud.
No.
So, and there would not be any other fog in that valley.
Yeah.
Because you have the mountains, because that's such a mountainous area. There's not really any fog coming through from the sea. So probably pretty suspect.
Is there an air vent anywhere?
Yeah, because generally they have at least like 1 vent to help circulate air.
That's just standard construction.
That's just standard construction.
It is, but it's not a decision I made ahead of time, so I leave that up to the guy. Yes, there is a vent.
Then we sneak in through the vent.
That's actually what I'm thinking. That is probably what we will end up doing, is try to sneak in through the vent.
I will probably make you guys roll stealth, oddly enough, but I'll have you do that starting next week, so that we're not sitting on that.
Alright, sounds good.
I'll telepathically be telling everybody connected to the telepathic bond about what's happening, current updates.
Ow.
Good news, they didn't kill me.
Did you get a picture of where I have them?
But when I inform them of the sea elf, and of Jen, does anybody respond or say anything of interest to that?
Well, we're still a fart, so would we be
But
able to
if it's
respond?
telepathic,
It's still telepathic, so you're a telepathic fart.
on the telepathic part, I got
Yes.
lots of feelings.
Yes.
Do you tell us about Jen first, or do you tell us about...
I saw Jen first, so knowing that I recognized him, I would tell you, because it's extremely important
Absolutely.
to proceeding what we do from here.
Hearing that, I will ask that you protect Jen, and then that you protect the person that I think we both suspect might be Zordon's wife.
Okay. And that's who we think the sea elf might be, because I don't know much about Zordon's wife.
I don't either.
So,
You would
want me to roll?
no. You've seen other sea elves.
Yeah.
Based off of seeing her alone, OC you might be able to make that connection, but I see her.
So I see, I wouldn't.
I'm just...
But
She just looks like
A long-term prison.
The only
long-term
reason that
prisoner.
Glenn would be like, hey, protect her just in case, is because he's like, I think my wife is in that camp. And so if you're seeing a beat up sea elf with nice clothing, it's the, cool, excellent, she's part of the protect list now. Just on the off side precaution.
And I would inform,
it might be a suspicion, but nothing more.
and then I would inform you guys that they're intending to torture me. I don't believe that will kill me. But we are on a time crunch. So it's either we make our moves within the next minutes or so, or I allow them to torture me.
We should allow them
I mean, which I won't
You
die.
have no say.
But it gives you guys additional time to make your choices wisely, instead of rushed.
So at the time that we're having this conversation is when we've figured out that there's a vent up here that we can probably go into. I will communicate that we have a potential in that reduces conflict between the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 23 surrounding Mezzoloth and Hydrolos, and that you being tortured is not a price that I am currently willing to pay. So I will make that move to hopefully start off that chain reaction prior to you being taken in. So I'll ask that if you are suddenly grabbed to let me know.
Okay.
Because I'll move faster then.
Alright. So is that where we're at?
I sent you a message on Discord privately.
It's getting real.
Desi, I'm going to show you that thing that you asked me to show you. So, you go to somebody's character sheet. It says, like, you look at the little icon, just push on it, and then what you can do with your screen is you can kind of just...
See, not that.
So, that's not what you were
No.
asking about?
You were asking about like how we think of our own characters and the description that we hold with them.
Yes, like if you were
I mean,
describing your
that's what she
character
looks-
yourself.
That's what she looks like.
Is that?
Yeah. She's long brown hairs, shock of white.
See, send that to me in a text.
Okay.
Because like I said, I have an idea for something I want to try to do.
What have you done?
So I need as much detail as possible to be able to kind of...
God, how are you feeling
Yeah.
for next session? Are we still gonna be at a 1? You feel any better about this? Feel any worse about it?
Well, we didn't use any healing potions yet.
True. And it won't hurt my feelings, Elizabeth, if you say no.
I was texting you. I was gonna say we can do that. You could either, I'd let you either just play her or play her as a Corsair.
Okay. I still have that sheet,
Okay,
and we can keep that on the DL until next week.
that works. So how do you guys feel about that?
It's gonna be a fun breakdown session on the drive home.
I'm excited.
Fun breakdown
So
session?
we've been
We have
planning
debriefs.
for this for weeks now.
Huh?
We've been planning for this for weeks now.
That's true.
I think
Gosh, it
came-
has been. This is
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
it was a lot of big decisions of like how to approach this.
How do we not die?
And I mean, it's been actually really cool, like coming up with our own plan, using everybody's skills,
And
put-
having like a really big.
Hey, Desi.
like
Don't forget
right
your point.
operation essentially.
I already done it.
Because we've done some that are kind of operation like, but
Yeah, they're usually like one sessions. Like we usually
They're one
come up with a
session,
plan.
or we're all together.
Right, exactly. We haven't done one where we're all separated into separate groups.
What could possibly go wrong?
Thank you.
Why am I
I'm pleasantly surprised at how well that worked.
I've enjoyed the whole
Glad it didn't go off the table.
coming up with the plan and
I'm really excited to see how the cookie crumbles, so to speak.
yeah, right.
Um,
See how it all like
Because